Hello people of Earth, it's your pal the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Tonight we're trying to get a handle on starting rivalries in the MyGM mode of WWE 2K22, but first I'd like to say hello to everyone in chat or checking us out on VOD. No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, we're happy to have you with us, and we hope the day finds you well. Alright, let's get to our managerial duties here. Ah yes, okay, so we already pre-booked our first card. As it seems the rhythm in which we're going to do this is review and then run the card we booked to end last week's stream. Book and run a second card on this stream, and then book the first card of the next week. So we can sort of like see the progression and what our sort of logical, or at least our attempt at logical booking is, and then sort of like reinforce it before we, we reinforce it before we progress. To that end, you will notice there's a slight change here. Hang on. Here, in the two tag matches, I've changed Bailey's partner and Becky Lynch's partner. I actually just swapped partners. My headcanon for this is that Asuka and Becky were allowed to choose their own partner for the main event. Kaylee Ray, in like my backstage journaling thing, wants to be in the main event, so we're gonna, yeah, there we go. Grant that wish. Oh. So we're pretending Asuka, our champion, picked her to team with after seeing her successful feud with Baszler, and Natalya went with one half of the reigning tag team champions, since we're giving Indy Hartwell the week off. So that's our rationale for that sort of switch. Also, I kind of like the team of Bayley and Baszler from our like sort of Universe 1 iteration of our attempt at this sort of thing. So we're going to try to re-spark that fire. We're going to try to start a feud between Naomi and Raquel Gonzalez by means of a tables match. We got Cactus Jack for his last advertising promo. Trish Stratus is showing up to announce herself. And then what we're going to do is try to get her into a feud with Charlotte as fast as possible. Okay, we got Bianca. We're kind of not cooling this off. We're still featuring them on television, but we're trying to like slow down the Belair Xia Li feud so we can hopefully peak it properly at the next pay-per-view. So this week and next week we're probably just going to do promos for either of them, like self promos for either of them, and then a enhancement match for the other. So I got to remind myself to book Xia Li versus somebody next week and give Bianca Belair a microphone. And then, like we said, we already worked out the reasoning behind our main event. We're trying to start something here. This, we're not necessarily trying to start a feud, but we got a couple of part-timers and a couple of full-timers in this sort of thing. Like Casey Catanzaro and Bailey are with us for a limited amount of time. So we're trying to sort of get them to give the rub to Morgan and Baszler while they're here, but also I'm just trying to get some more tag team depth as we add more faces and heels, see who works well together, who the fans respond to, that sort of thing. To see if we can get more than just like literally two teams constantly going for the belt. Obviously I would love at least 4. I've been thinking about it. I probably need to find a way to get my roster to about like 20 full-timers. Let's see, excluding Cactus Jack, how are we doing? 5 by... Oh, we've made it. So I do have 20 people under contract. Yeah, 5 by 4 plus 1, so that's 21, but you have to subtract Cactus Jack, who's just our advertising dummy. So yeah, we do have 20 people under contract. How we doing face heel wise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need to switch somebody. I need to flip somebody. I mean, the enhancement talent doesn't matter as much because they'll be leaving us soon. Like, Rubow's leaving in 2 weeks, so that we could just leave them, and then as they peace out, we'll have our, No, but then we'll only have 19 people. Then would have to have hired somebody to be another, heel? I'm not gonna switch Trish, she just showed up. I'm not gonna switch Rhea Ripley. Tempting though it may be. Let's see. I mean, it'd be funny if I brought in Casey and flipped her on her own partner, Liv Morgan. That'd be interesting. We're trying to cancel the Gonzalez-Morgan feud because Gonzalez wanted no part of it. I'm ignoring the tag team feud as well. We're not worried about that. We're nurturing the Xylee Bianca Belair feud, and we're trying to start some new stuff this week. Well, we're hoping to switch the feud over here. We're hoping to. Well, this is just being prolonged. Honestly, I don't mind if a feud starts here. That's a nice thing we can run through to a pay-per-view conclusion. And whatever happens here, we're probably going to ignore it. We're just trying to spin our wheels, and then next week, in earnest, we're going to do Asuka versus Becky Lynch. Probably just in a singles contest, but hoping to spark a rivalry there between our two biggest stars currently. We're going to go Trish. I'm going to try to get Trish. Let me write this down in my text file here. I'm going to try to get Trish in there with Trish in there with son of a gun. Oh, Charlotte. Let me just have it be a call out promo instead. To Trish. I'm trying to book all of the weeks at once in my brain, which is why I'm getting a little on 1 week. Okay, so this is week 6. Yeah, in Nashville. Check. Okay, we got a couple of tables matches bookending the show. We'll see how that goes. It's the quickest, cheapest, least painful way to satisfy the conditions of some of our logistics stuff, which give us bonuses, which make the show better overall. We're probably going to hear it from some people on Twitter about how, oh, we had 2 tables matches in one show. That's kind of dumb. But we'd had a singles and a tag tables match, so that's at least interesting. And then we had another singles and tag match in the middle, so hopefully that's enough variety, especially with Cactus Jack coming in to do his last advertising promo for us. And then the rest of it is just 2 ladies come in and put themselves over. No problem there. Next week, we're going to try to have Charlotte call Trish out, as I sort of have things kind of booked. We can, move it into the ring from there in the weeks to come. Going to try to... It's hard to do, so you try to work up 5 feuds. I'm just thinking of like every 5 weeks is a pay-per-view. So every 5 weeks you try to peak 5 different feuds. Like as many as you can get, but like the pie in the sky is 5 feuds all at level 4. And that's done through 4 matches, 3 promos a week. Call-out promos are a pretty good way to start rivalries, I've noticed. We're going to see, this week is going to be a test of tables. We'll see if a nice tables match between Naomi and Raquel won't immediately start a feud between them. If not, I think Raquel called Naomi out and it didn't work. So she's at least getting a tables match with her. We'll see if she can be coerced into feuding with Raquel. Otherwise, we're going to have to go back to the drawing board. Maybe move her in with Casey Catanzaro so we still have the cruiser giant dynamic. We'll see. All right, I'm going to confirm all this stuff. This looks fine. Let me check. Oh, I used a Hellspot card too. That's why we're not using... That's why we can't use... Where'd you go? I'm blind you. There you are. That's why we can't use Indy Hartwell this week. She is recovering her stamina. How is she? Yeah, Flair's back up to 66. Okay, we can put her on next week. Again, we're going to do Flair. Oh no, she only has a 38. Sorry, that's her popularity. That's a 66. 38? Yeah, but she's taking the week off, so she'll get a decent boost. And then we're going to have her just call out Trish Stratus like, what the heck are you doing on our show? And then we might just try to save Trish in ring for the pay-per-view. We'll see if booking a feud entirely in the interview segment works. Or should I just have like Charlotte Flair? No, Charlotte Flair can call out Trish next week. Trish just shows up first to be like, it's me. We only have her for 5 weeks, so we're going to try to rush this. So, see what we can do. Try to get a quick... No. Release no one. Try to get a quick feud in with Charlotte, if we can. Okay. Starting next week, of course. This week, she's just showing up to be like, I exist! Alright, everything else at least makes some bit of logical sense to me. We've done our show logistics. We are not looking to sign anyone at this time. Yeah, this show in and of itself is already costing us 90 grand. This does not make financial sense whatsoever. That's too expensive as well. So we have in the bank a free arena booking. We're going to wait for the pay-per-view for that and go with the branded pay-per-view if we can. We're going to book a TLC match at the pay-per-view, likely for the tag belts again. If not, just the main one. So that'd be Asuka, Becky, TLC maybe. Don't have an emerging talent. No one's been tagged with that yet. And then no one's been, we haven't been thoroughly demoralized yet. So far so good there. And I think we've satisfied the GM's, whatever, the commissioner goal. Blah, blah, blah again. All right, here we go. Final booking. Confoim. Let me get myself out of the way. As we get down to the ring for Naomi versus Raquel Gonzalez, opening off action this week in a tables match. Raquel Gonzalez requesting fresh competition after a few matches against Liv Morgan. And the general manager granting their request. Oh, I forgot I gotta have an itchy trigger finger here to get all these entrances done. Now, are we debuting somebody who's not wrestled before? Because they should get their entrance at least. At least once. Hello there! Oh, I believe we've seen Naomi do their thing before. This time it looks better because it's actually on stage and not just them walking into a high school gym. Steel Rear without music.
The following contest is a tables match. Making her way to the ring from Orlando, Florida, Naomi!
All right, good stuff. Skippity-doo-dah. Next. I was going to say,
from Rio Grande Valley, Texas.
Nice and quick.
Raquel Gonzalez.
Boom. Lower third said their name. Let's get to the ring. That's all we need. Yeah, this is fun. I like this. I like this little pre-match close-up look of intensity. I like that. I appreciate that before the match. Again, no referee in this one. No pinfalls, no submissions, no disqualifications, no count-out. The only way to beat your opponent is to physically put their body through a table. Hurl them bodily toward a wooden table in such violent fashion that you shatter it beneath your earthly form. And then we go into work, trying to keep the much stronger Raquel Gonzalez off her feet in the early going here. Hang on. Nice athleticism on display. You saw the momentum off the ropes there. Whoa, and a nice drop kick out of Gonzalez. Obviously known for her power game, but showing her athletic side as well here. Nice dodge there, just slapping the taste out of Naomi's mouth a couple of times in a row. Trying to position her in a corner, but Naomi fending her off almost immediately. World-class athletes up and down the roster here. Olympic level recovery skill. Bam! Oh, another big boot to the face for Naomi. Oh, man. Able to counter and answer with that front flip clothesline. Into an inverted suplex. Planting Gonzalez. Naomi now going up top. What does she have in mind here? Waiting for Gonzalez to stand. Up comes Raquel. Down comes Naomi. Oh, missing with the drop kick. Some of her own hair may have gotten into her eyes there. Just a straight up miss. Oh, choke bomb by Gonzalez, who's now going for a table. Had enough of Naomi's shenanigans, it would seem. Gonna put her away early here. Oh! Naomi trying to intercept the table. No good. Nice takedown there onto the wood. Padding will save you if you land on the wood instead of the mat. Oh, Naomi was going for the bulldog on the table, missed, but still landed that bulldog to Raquel Gonzalez, and now in comes table number 2. Oh dear, oh dear. Round and round we go. I wish you could book your custom rule sets. If we're only stuck with like 4 or 5 different types of match types, I wish they'd at least let you have like the custom rule sets to the point where I could set my own DQs and countouts in the regular singles matches. I would also love to be able to set up a best of 3 tables match in the GM mode, but that's stuff we could do in universe mode at some point. Raquel now up top, looking to fly. Unusual tactic from the Giant. Nope. Turns out she was just mocking Naomi. She now picks her up. Big spine buster. Thought she may have been thinking to drive her through the table. Taking her time as Raquel. Able to counter Naomi there off the ropes. Planting her once again with that huge side slam. Setting up table number 2 in the ring. One in the corner. One on its legs in the center. And Gonzalez looking to end things here. Up goes Naomi. Marching her around the ring, but Naomi fighting back here. Naomi's turn to try to position Raquel. Into the corner. Oh, back elbowed out of the corner is Gonzalez. Takes back over. Looking to set up for a big powerbomb here. Oh, hang on. Into the gory special. Signature offense here from Raquel Gonzalez. Tribute to the great Guerrero family. One of the most influential lineages in pro wrestling history. But Gonzalez reversed by Naomi. Getting worked over by those kicks. Oh my gosh, could have knocked her out. Oh, Gonzalez has that finish restored, however. Look at Naomi fight back. Nice leg sweep. Plenty of fight left in both women here. Oh no! Naomi looking to come off the ropes. Gonzalez brushed her aside through the table for the victory. Naomi may have beaten herself here. Oh, what an unfortunate end to this one for Naomi. You saw her there diving off the ropes. Gonzalez brushes her aside. Naomi haphazardly crashing through the table. Your winner, Raquel Gonzalez. What a fun finish to that one. Couldn't have booked it if I tried. All right. Yes! And we got our rivalry. Naomi and Raquel. Naomi was thoroughly embarrassed and wants revenge. Okay, so got ourselves a level 1. Naomi versus Raquel Gonzalez. Okay, perfect. We're gonna go straight back to it next week. Gonna get him back in the ring if we can. Ding, ding, ding. Raquel wins. Raquel wins in a very interesting manner, but the important thing is we got a 3-star opener, which is great. That's pretty good for us. And we got Naomi and Gonzalez in a rivalry, which is fantastic. Now, we salute you, Cactus Jack, as this is your last advertising promo for us. We did not renew Cactus Jack's contract. And so for the last time, thank you so much for the $13,000. Good work. That's actually better than you've hauled in the last couple weeks. So we spent $30,000 on Cactus Jack coming in. So let me just do some quick math here. That's 3x3 and 2x2. So that's we paid $30,000 for Cactus Jack, and in total he generated $64,000 for us. So we made $34,000 on the contract of Cactus Jack. So thank you so much. That helped us enormously. That's essentially the cost of your replacement and then some. So good stuff. I mean, you already paid for yourself, so actually you've already covered your replacement. That's all profit. So good work there. We do have a note that we have to hire somebody new now. We'll take a look at the Hall of Famers on offer afterwards. Okay. I might do a 5-week rotation of charitable promos instead, just to do fan base, and then I don't know. See how much it actually costs us each week to do that, because we have to sort of try to balance things as best we can. All right, the important thing is Cactus Jack, away they go with an excellent promo, getting 13,000. Now this, quite honestly, we're putting bodies in the ring because we need a variety of matches. And in the first Universal iteration of the GWA G3, we teamed up Shayna Baszler and Bayley together because I think they would have very, very fun chemistry as a tag team, both in the ring and in backstage segments next to each other. I don't know. I just think there would be something there. against Liv Morgan and Casey Catanzaro here. Though Catanzaro and Bailey are on short-term deals with us. I think they're on 10 weeks each. Morgan and Bass are full-time contractors. So we're just... again, I wouldn't mind if this also developed into a rivalry. Right now, it's just a straight-up tag match. We're trying to establish more tag teams in the division. I already know that Shayna Baszler and Sammy George, who we're going to see in action later today in the next matchup, as it happens, have good tag team chemistry. But Sammy George is one of our enhancement talents. Not quite what we're looking for in terms of long-term, unless they can somehow pull off another singles upset as they go one-on-one with Bianca Belair later today. But that has yet to be determined. First, we have a tag match to get to, so let us indeed get to it. Throw myself off the screen, get on down to the ring. I'm going to go ahead and skip some of these entrances. Let's see, we need to see Casey Catanzaro. I'll do what oh, there, good, she's coming out first. I'll stick to my guns of, like, you know, lower third and announce them. There. There we go, nice and fast. Boom, 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 boom.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing
first.
From Glen Ridge, New Jersey, Casey Catanzaro.
Give it up for New Jersey, I guess. All right, so there we go. We can skip that. Woo! Says that one lone fan at the end there. That's fun. Oh, Liv Morgan coming out. And her tag team partner.
And her partner.
Okay.
From Elmwood Park, New Jersey.
Oh, Jersey Girls. I didn't even know that when I teamed them up. I mean, I did that on purpose. The Jersey Girls. All right. Hope they have good chemistry together. Petite athletic ladies versus...
And from San Jose, California, Bailey.
That's all the info you get. She's from San Jose. Her name is Bailey. What else do you need to know? And her partner. It's coming off that hot feud with Kaylee Ray.
From Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler.
Oh, they don't even do her nicknames right now. Yeah, I punch you, invisible opponent. To show you that I am serious once I get to the ring. All right, looks like Bailey starting off for her team, and Casey Catanzaro, two latest additions to the roster, are starting things off. I believe it's their first in-ring action. Hang on. Oh, nice counter there by Casey. You may recognize from American Ninja Warrior. Participant on a number of episodes, did quite well for herself. Brought that athleticism, added some physicality. Is now trying things out as a pro wrestler, and look at her just standing on the throat and chest, standing on the collarbone of Bailey. Oh, nice counter into the roll through. Hang on. Into the single arm DDT, the divorce court, some may call it, trying to separate your shoulder from the rest of your body. Oh, into the rings. Good gracious me. What a brutal submission out of Bailey in the early going here. Trying to separate the shoulders of Casey Catanzaro. Takes her right back down to the mat. You can see the strategy of the ring veteran Bailey here. Trying to ground and slow down the quicker Catanzaro. Up goes Bailey. Motions for Casey to stand. And again, just mocking her opponent, much as we saw in the last match with Raquel and Naomi. As she is, oh, Casey is just measured for that clothesline in the corner by Bailey. See Casey just trying to crawl to the corner to get to Liv, figuratively and literally, as Liv Morgan is her partner here. Oh, this might be Casey's opportunity if she can stun Bailey long enough. Quick edge dramatic, not quite doing the job. Bailey still in control here. Hoists her over her shoulders, drops her across the ropes, throw it first, into the pin goes Bailey, one. Casey with a strong kick out. But then you can see the condition she's in, just crawling her way toward the corner. Bailey not gonna let her. Boot to the side of the head. with a multi-time women's champion, Bayley. Now here in NXT, setting Casey Catanzaro to the top rope. What does she have in mind? Frankensteiner to the center of the ring. Casey almost sent 3/4 almost into the post, quite frankly, just based on her size and the momentum. Hang on! Desperation tag to Liv Morgan. They've saved her team's chances here. And Casey off to the apron to try to recoup. Oh, Bayley thought she dodged out of the way of the head scissors and got those 2 legs to the back of the head instead. Dragon Screw takes Liv down. Bayley was looking to tag in Shayna Baszler, who has yet to see action in this one. Bayley just handling Liv Morgan, trying to position her against the ropes. Morgan to fight free. To a neutral position, but Bayley able to ground her once again. Oh, double axe handle, back of the head, and in comes Baszler. Legal off the tag. Bayley giving the two of them a wide berth, also smartly watching her partner's back. And she unloads on Liv Morgan here. Off the ropes comes Shayna Baszler. Oh, knee to the jaw. Nowhere for Liv Morgan to go. Desperate for the tag. Baszler maybe taking too much time, and has taken too much time posing for the crowd here. Let's see if Casey Catanzaro's had a chance to recover. Bit of a double chop on the way out for Morgan as well. Oh, ripcord into the face plant. Baszler now trying to position Catanzaro just so. Going to be looking for that Kirifuda clutch. Hang on. Pin attempt. 1. Morgan may have saved the matchup there. I know it wasn't a 2 count, but Morgan sent to the floor by Bayley. Off they go. Catanzaro stunning Baszler with a DDT. Trying to get back into this thing. Forward spin. Knees to the jaw. Into the cover, and no! Meanwhile, outside the ring, Bayley unloading on Morgan. Unaware that her partner having trouble with Casey Catanzaro now. Climbing to the... Where is she going? Casey in the corner. Trying to get Shayna Baszler up. That forward flipping kick to the small of the back of Baszler could have knocked her out. Oh, Baszler out at 2. I think Catanzaro may have been going for those 2 boots to the back of the head. Ended up hitting Baszler in the spine. That's still going to make it difficult to kick out as it seizes up all your muscles in your torso there, but Baszler able to do so. Back to the drawing board for Catanzaro, who's getting Liv Morgan back in legally. Now it's Baszler in trouble, needing a tag to Bayley in the worst way. Nice counter there by the submission magician. Shayna Baszler. Oh, nice roll through into the knee. Back in comes Bayley. Both her and Shayna looking to have their finishing maneuvers on their mind here. Catanzaro and Morgan relying on their quickness. Momentarily on display for Liv Morgan. Before, as we said, the wily vet of Bayley seeking to ground her faster opponents here. Off the ropes. Big elbow drop. See the height she got there. Seemingly floating in midair for a second. Back in comes Baszler. Morgan seemingly down and out here. Seems to be a matter of time unless things change. Hang on. Oh, snake-eyed into the corner off the shoulders. Now getting stomped on against the bottom turnbuckle. Baszler smartly positioning herself between Morgan and her partner, but Morgan fighting back. Oh, working on that spine again. Again, see, seizing up the muscles of Baszler. Could not respond. Allowed Morgan the time to get Catanzaro tagged back into the match. A lot of fight left in these Jersey girls. Oh, hang on. Oh, stiff kick to the chest by Baszler. Marching with purpose back to her corner. Back in comes Bayley. Face first goes Casey Catanzaro. Bailey into the cover. 2. Morgan again saving the matchup for her team. Bailey off the ropes. Misses the big elbow this time. Casey Catanzaro. That's something going on in the ring. Going up top. Oh! Big elbow drop to the small of the back of Bailey. Into the cover goes Casey Catanzaro. 1, 2. Oh, 2.5. So close. Half a count away. Right back to the work on the back. And now an armbar attempt from Casey Catanzaro. Trying to catch Bailey unawares and unprepared. Oh, Bailey able to fight her way free, however, and back to a vertical base. Avoids that low drop kick. Doesn't avoid getting sent out to the apron. Hang on, what's Casey doing here? Oh, DDT spiking Bailey on the ring frame, but she's right back to her feet. Amazing resilience out of Bailey. And now a snap suplex on the floor from Casey Catanzaro. Drop kick. But I think Bailey avoided it. Casey was looking to drop kick at the side of Bailey's face, and I think Bailey able to roll out of the way there. Scooping her up. Oh, body slam into the ring frame. That is all steel. Now just dumping Casey back into the center of the ring. Bailey looking to take her time here. Setting her opponent up in the corner. What does she have in mind as she sits her on the top turnbuckle? Could be thinking Frankenstein. No, Bailey to belly for the second rope. Casey is out. Bailey into the cover. 1, 2, and Morgan once again saves the match. That could have been it. But Liv Morgan saving her partner once again. Bailey to back that time, launching Casey across the ring. Meanwhile, Shayna Baszler and Liv Morgan going hellbent for leather on the floor. What a tag contest we have opening up the action here for the GWA tonight. First 2 broadcasts, 2 weeks of shows we'll be bringing you. Spinning body press off the ropes, didn't quite get all of it. You can see the ambitious stylings of Casey Catanzaro's offense, perhaps missing that seasoning to her moveset. That'll bring her ultimate success here at NXT, but a heck of a prospect, a heck of a talent. We're happy to have him with us on the roster. And she's working over Bailey in the corner, who is stunned. Casey's going up top. She's got something charged here. Big drop kick to the face to a seated Bailey. Casey tags in her partner. In comes Liv. Baszler back up under the apron for her squad. Liv going up top. Bailey crawling to the cover, or excuse me, for the tag. Able to avoid the elbow. Baszler out of position for the tag. Morgan able to recover, sending Bailey into the corner. Bulldog out of the corner by Liv Morgan. Back in comes Casey Catanzaro. Into the cover. 1, 2. This time it's Baszler's turn to save the matchup for her team. Casey wailing away on Bailey here. All 4 of these women giving it their all in the opening contest. This week's GWA, I guess technically NXT, but we are GWA in spirit after all. Off the ropes comes Morgan. Into the pin. Oh, but Bailey got that foot under the bottom rope. And the count's broken before a 1. What a dodge out of the way of the clothesline. Into the chin crusher. Oof. Chest first into the mat. And shoulder first goes Morgan in response by Bailey. Able to tag out to Shayna Baszler. Oh. Shayna looking for the Kirifuda clutch. Morgan able to counter the first attempt. Shayna has another one stored, however. All four of these competitors are looking to put the finishing touches on their opponent sooner rather than later. As Baszler has fought all the way across the ring. Now trying to march Liv Morgan back. Morgan counters into the inverted DDT. Pulling Shayna Baszler back to her feet. Trying to position her against the ropes. Big stomp to the chest. Morgan trying to find a way to execute that springboard flatliner she calls the Oblivion. Casey Catanzaro, I need to look up their finishing moves, to be perfectly honest, now they're on the roster for a little bit. Casey tagged back in, but caught in the Kirifuda clutch right in front of her partner. Oh, who's able to break the submission hold. That was the Kirifuda driver, technically, that suplex into the Kirifuda clutch. And had Liv Morgan not been there, Casey Catanzaro would have tapped out. You can see Casey hasn't moved since the hold was applied. Liv stunned, has to leave the ring. Oh, Casey playing possum. Signals to the crowd that this is it. But meanwhile, Baszler able to tag in Bayley. Casey with a low drop kick. Hoist Bayley up, center of the ring. Leaning her against the ropes. What does she have in mind? Oh! 2 feet to the face of Bayley. Off the ropes. Package senton. Catanzaro waiting in the corner. Oh, that somersault kick to the small of the back once again. Bayley stunned. 2. No, Bayley kicks out. What a match. Casey's going for it again. Oh, Bayley able to roll out of the way. Belly to back suplex. Drops the knee across the chin of Casey Catanzaro. Bayley now just dragging Casey's lifeless body across the ring as much as he can, at least away from the ropes. Got to keep an eye on Liv Morgan here. Able to break it at 2, but it looked like Bayley just gave up the hold. Sensing Liv Morgan coming. Hang on. Oh, rocks are rolled once again. Into the cover, 1. And again, Bayley canceling her own pin attempt. Liv Morgan in and out. Bayley now trying to maneuver Casey Catanzaro into her corner. Casey fighting free. Got to get a tag into her partner. Doesn't quite know where she is. You can see her swinging wildly there. Bayley able to maneuver her into an opposite turnbuckle. Casey fights free. So close to her partner, but Bayley smartly positioning herself between Casey and the ropes, using that to her advantage. And in comes Shayna Baszler. A marathon of a tag match to open us up. Oh my God, Baszler just unloading on Casey. Now just full mount now, wailing away. Referee just looking. Just thinking about his grocery list. Casey fighting back with a drop kick, gonna get that tag to Morgan. Morgan and Baszler now. Hang on. Kirifuda driver into the clutch. Casey's got to save her partner. Able to do so. Able to return the favor. Oh, hang on. Liv Morgan able to recover and hit. Oblivion. Baszler stunned. Morgan into the cover. 1. Oh, and Bayley saves it at 1. Bit of a slow start to the count by the ref there. Oh, Bayley across the ropes. Stunned. I don't know why she doesn't try to pin Baszler again, but she's trying to refresh her team's side. And in comes Casey Catanzaro. Looking to finish Shayna Baszler off. Thinking springboard. Nice senton dive into the cover. 1, 2. Got him. Casey Catanzaro and Liv Morgan win. What a war. Let's take a look at some of the action earlier in the contest. Multiple times during this matchup, all 4 competitors had been laid out. That final nail in the coffin. That springboard senton splash by Casey Catanzaro. What a victory.
And Liv Morgan.
For her and Liv. Live and let live, everybody. How'd we do? Mediocre. Didn't start a feud. Sure. Fantastic. I mean, it wasn't our opening contest. I forgot about the tables match. But whatever. It's our opening tag team contest, that's for sure. All right. Mediocre, didn't start a feud, just put on a match. I mean, they busted their butts, but that's, crowd was like, sure. Multiple fight forever chance. Crowd going crazy at times. It's all right. It's all right. Hey, what's up? I'm Trish Stratus. I'm on the roster for a few weeks. Excellent. People love it. They're excited to see her. Okay. Oops. Here we go. Let's do this. It was excellent. For a +4. Excellent. Excellent stuff. And now we're going to spectate another match. This, quite honestly, should be Bianca Belair just beating the crap out of Sammy George. But we'll see what happens. Sammy George is 1-0 in singles matches against rostered GWA talent. So we shall see. We shall see how this one goes. Happy penultimate night of September for those of you on Twitch. I'm going to skip everybody's entrances here. We've seen them all before. Sammy George, quite honestly, would be already in the ring if it were me. So that's the kind of match for this. Also, doesn't look anything like her picture. It's like we recast Sammy George before they actually showed up. Bianca in control in the early going here. Handily tossing Sammy George across the ring and climbing to the top rope early is Bianca Belair. Motioning for Sammy to stand. Oh! But Sammy with a counter for that double axe handle. Gets countered herself. Off the ropes comes Bianca. Little frog splat there. Not quite a splash. I'll give it a frog splat. Sammy against the ropes and just body slam to the ropes by Bianca Belair. Continuing to work away on Sammy George. Crowd favorite Bianca Belair. Hated villain Sammy George. And Sammy gets the knees up. Sammy, of course, famously getting a victory in her debut for the company, as she defeated Naomi a few weeks ago. Naomi now involved in a heated feud with Raquel Gonzalez. I feel like Naomi's problems are mostly confidence-based. Earlier tonight, she sort of out-wrestled herself in defeat in a tables match. Oh, hang on. Speaking of out-wrestling, nice counter there by Sammy George. Into the roll-up, but only a 1 on Belair. But Naomi's troubles started. She got into the ring with Sammy George and was, I'll say it, upset in that contest. Hang on. Fisherman Buster by Sammy George with authority. George has leveled up her moveset a little bit in recent weeks. Trying to make the most of her shot here in the GWA, and what an elbow shot to the throat of Bianca Belair. Sammy George injuring herself more than her opponent on that one, it looked like. And now trying to work that armbar. Oh, now you can see the wear and tear starting to show on Belair. The Belair wear and tear. Now just marching Sammy George across the ring. Big snake eyes in the corner. Now tying her up in a bow and arrow. Working the midsection. Trying to wrench them back as Sammy George here. Applying a lot of pressure to many points along the spine. Got to fight her way free. Even our contracted enhancement talent is of the highest quality here. Nothing but the finest athletes on display each and every week for you. Hang on. What a counter into a Snapdragon by Sammy George. Learned that one in Winnipeg. As the fight spills out to the floor. No countouts, no DQs here in the GWA. We've done away with them entirely. Kind of doesn't make sense that we have Extreme Rules matches, but whatever. Oh! As Belair just deposits Sammy George in a corner of the arena and washes her hands of the situation. George taking her time to get back to her feet. Belair getting a little closer here. Perhaps, yeah, finally lured outside. I don't know if Sammy George is quite as hurt as she's letting on. Oh, maybe she was. Oh, big drop kick. Oh, my apologies. Sammy George is beaten up. Belair trying to inspire her to return to the ring, but George is looking pretty down and out at the moment. Hang on, Belair to the top. Dropping an elbow to the floor. That's not going to kickstart your heart. That'll just stop it. And now a deadlift into a gorilla press by the EST of NXT, Bianca Belair. Oh my God, the power on display. Folks, this is after she dropped an elbow off the top to the floor. Sammy trying to get back in this thing. We're trying to retreat to the safety of the ring. That took a lot out of Bianca, whether she wants to admit it or not. But certainly has George on the ropes here. Hang on. Beautiful extension on that butterfly suplex out of Sammy George. So I think she's got some fight left. Back into that Fisherman Buster. Into a twisting armbar. Nicely done. Wrenching the arm socket, the shoulder joint. Go behind by George. Rolling Germans coming up. Signature maneuver of Sammy George. Going to get this finisher stored. Oh, releases on the third. Going into the cover. 1, 2. Belair out at 2. George still has an ace in the hole, however. One final trick up the sleeve to try to put Bianca Belair down and out. Here she goes. Big belly to belly. That's not it, but she's getting ready for it now. That's the setup. Into the label lock. Bianca's close to the ropes, but is she close enough? Belair fighting away. This is how Sammy George made Naomi tap. Oh, Belair able to fight free. Oh, what resilience on the part of Bianca Belair. Looking for a signature, perhaps a finish of her own. What a fight out of Sammy George, though. Bianca out of desperation here, just wrenching on the limbs of Sammy George in the corner. Ref, get in there. I don't know how entirely illegal it is for her to be doing this. Oh. Belair just hoists her back to her feet. Backbreaker, picks her right back up, walks her around the ring to make her think about it. Now she dumps her. Belair going up, looking 450. Here she goes. 450 splash. Nails her into the cover. 1, 2. No! Sammy George out at 2. Ref again a little late on the count. Big women's wrestling chant out of the crowd. That's kind of weird. Implant buster by Bianca Belair. Shades of Awesome Kong. Countering the KOD is Sammy. Oh, now kicking away at the leg of Bianca. At every opportunity, Sammy George trying to weaken the limbs of Bianca Belair. Now trying to use one of Bianca's own moves against her. That's... Oh, rope assisted Dragon Sleeper, just dragging your opponent off the canvas. And now right back to the arm. George feeling it here, and all the momentum's going her way. Rolling neck snap. Able to counter Bianca Belair once again into the neck breaker. Bianca's stunned here. And George has got to finish. Back into the label lock. Might be too close to the ropes. And she is. The only thing that saved Belair. Her legs were already under the ropes. That's not going to save her here. George is going to go for a pin. This could do it. 1, 2. No. Belair out at 2. But just. Oh, what a slap to Sammy George. Bianca trying to establish herself here. What a press slam. Into the cover. 1, 2. No. George out at 2 after being dropped face first from a good 8 to 10 feet off the canvas. Frog splat off the ropes once again. Now it's Bianca's turn to work the arm, specifically the hand as she stomps away. Oh, shooting star press. Now going up top once again for the 450. That's a long way to travel. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Well, she's going to wait for Sammy to stand. No! Oh, big splash! Into the cover. 1, 2. No! George out again. Bianca took way too much time on the top rope there. Got to be thinking KOD though. Got her center of the ring. Sammy able to counter. Oh, what a suplex. Going for the rolling Germans once again. Got him locked. Third one with release. Gonna be thinking label lock after this. No, rolls into the cover. Bianca's stunned. 1, 2. Oh, Belair out at 2. Sammy George beside herself. Able to calm down. Focus on the goal at hand. Back into the label lock, but again in the ropes. Another rope break saves Belair. Able to kick Sammy George off. What a match. Another deadlift gorilla press. Oh, planting her face first. Belair climbing back up to the top. What does she have in mind? She wants Sammy George on her feet. Oh, big double axe handle. Now back to the bow and arrow. Sammy could tap here if this is a legit submission attempt. This could do it. Grinding away. That is it. Sammy George taps to the bow and arrow, center of the ring. The pain too much to bear. Your winner, Bianca Belair. What a matchup. Let's take a look at some of the action here. There you see those German suplexes. The 450 couldn't do it. The implant buster. Shades of awesome. Oh, into the ropes even. The shooting star pin attempt. Big splash. Didn't get the job done, but eventually tapping out is Sammy George. Your winner, Bianca Belair. I don't know why they're not showing you the submission finish.
Bianca Belair.
Their replay system is a trash garbage, but the matches are still fun. Now that should be what, 2 stars? Yeah, mediocre. Mediocre, no feud. And they destroyed each other in that match. Unbelievable. Okay. 2 stars, no feud. That's all we needed. But if even our job matches are getting up there, I'm fine with it. What a match. Holy moly. And it meant nothing. in the overall build of the show. I mean, it meant the dip that we needed because we did 3, 2, 2, and then if we can get 2.5, 3 in the main, we'll be all right. All right, Xia Li cutting a self promo. Stamina will recover a little bit. Popularity will hopefully go up. Good for +3. Love it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, got a good out of that. And now time for our first of 2 main events of the day. Another tables match, a tag team tables match this time. So all 4 women legal in the ring at the same time. Legal in and around the ring at the same time, I should say. I believe it's first person to put their... I don't know if it's both members of a team or the first person to put one of their opponents through a table wins. We're going to find out together whether the tag team tables rules means 1 opponent or 2. We shall find out as we spectate this main event. All right, we've seen everybody's entrances, so I'm going to get to the match as quickly as possible here. Featuring our world champion, Asuka, who redeeming the #1 contender, Becky Lynch. Each was tasked with finding a tag team partner for this tables match. Asuka choosing the woman now making her way to the ring, Kaylee Ray. Here you see them. Nice to see you. This will be Asuka. And Becky Lynch choosing Natalya, one half of the tag team champions. There, Asuka's already in the ring, our world champ. Let's get their opponents out for our first of 2 main events. I mean, we got to book the second one. All right, all 4 women in the ring, as we said. Becky Lynch and Natalya on one side of things. Kaylee Ray and Asuka on the other side of the conflict. Tag team tables match. We'll see if it's first to put one of their opponents or if it's an elimination style. Starting off hot and heavy here as Becky Lynch has her eyes set on the world champion Asuka. That rivalry hopefully going to come to a boiling point in time for the pay-per-view. I mean, we got to ignite the flame in the first place next week, so we'll see how we do. We were successful in starting the one feud we wanted to between Naomi and Gonzalez, so we're going to try to continue that next week and get some other things going. Charlotte and Trish, Asuka and Becky, and then we should try to do a tag team feud with the champs as quickly as we can. Maybe we'll do Casey and Morgan versus Natalya and Hartwell and see if that can be something next week. We'll discuss my booking plans as the match goes on. Asuka now has just been stunned for most of this matchup by Becky Lynch, who is just undressing the world champion. Not literally, of course. This is still a family show. But she's just absolutely lambasting, let's say. Current champion Asuka certainly has her sights set on the world champ. Beating her pillar to post on either side of the ring, in the ring, throwing her over the ropes, out of the ring. Remember, the object in this match is to put your opponent through a table. That's the only way to win. Becky just marching around ringside with Asuka on her shoulders now. Asuka finally starting to fight back here. Meanwhile, in the ring, Kaylee Ray at the mercy of Natalya, who brings a table into the ring. Natalya all business here. Trying to put Kaylee Ray down and out. Perhaps end this match early. Oh, nice Northern Lights. Beautiful extension there by Kaylee Ray. Outside the ring and in front of the commentary's desk, or the commentary table. The American English commentary table. The Canadian English one is where I am in Skybox. Becky clearing the table. I do not know if that table counts as a table to legally put your opponent through in order to win the match, or if it's just a side table. Low angle snap German by Lynch to Asuka, and as we've said, she has been all over the champion. Has been Becky Lynch. No doubt a title opportunity on her mind as she brings a third table into the ring. Asuka now to the floor for a table of her own, perhaps. Now there are as many tables in play as there are wrestlers in the fight. Natalya going face first into the other side of the table, and she is stunned. Oh, it is 1-on-2. Becky Lynch against Asuka and Kaylee Ray for the time being. Bit of uneven teamwork there. So Asuka, Kaylee Ray kind of getting in the way of some of the kicks of Asuka. Oh, Northern Lights onto the table. The flat of the table in the center of the ring. Natalya finally recovered in time to grab a table. One has spilled out to the floor, so only 3 remain in the ring. Action and anarchy all over the place. Hang on. Beautiful butterfly suplex by Natalya. Asuka trying to set a table up in the corner. I don't know if this quite works. Oh, if she may have like hip tossed her or something into that, if that would count it. Table going all over the place. Physics, everybody. I don't know if it counts if it falls on you and it breaks. Does that count? Becky Lynch, it looks like she's on fumes here over her head, but she's wailing away as best she can. Desperate to get at Asuka. Oh. Natalya now sent to the apron by Kaylee Ray. Drop kicked out to the floor. Another 2-on-1 advantage. Oh, hang on. Kaylee Ray focused on Natalya. Becky Lynch and Asuka still paired off here. What animosity between these two. Could that perhaps spill out into a singles opportunity? All signs point to yes. As they fight once again in front of the commentary table. Still unclear whether it's eligible to win the match by putting your opponent through the commentary table. But I'm sure both are game to try. As Asuka has an armbar locked on Becky Lynch. Asuka proving to the #1 contender. She is just as well versed in submissions. Oh, and in the ring, Kaylee Ray with the head scissor Frankenstein, or the release Hurricane Run, if you want to call it that, to Natalya in the center of the ring. Asuka and Kaylee Ray win just like that. While Becky and Asuka were still fighting on the floor. Nothing settled between Asuka and Becky. Nothing settled whatsoever, so I say. And it was 3 stars, exactly what we wanted. Didn't start anything, we just wanted it to be a good match. And Kaylee Ray got her main event spot. She actually won the match. Like, couldn't have gone better for her. It was 3-2-2-3. That's enough of a dip. That's fine by me. It wasn't anything too crazy. We were just trying to make some moolah here. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, they're going all out, aren't they? Yeah. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, they're doing Ronda Rousey, Mandy Rose, Hell in a Cell in the main event. So I'm going to assume that that's going to draw a monster rating. So we're just going to skip all this. Yeah, see? 2, 2, 2.5, 5. See, it says there with good booking, your opener and main event were the highlights of your show as they should be. Not true. Theirs went all the way up. They didn't have the drama curve as you wanted. Their expectation was not met. Mine was. Opener and main event were 3s, and the middle was 2. Whatever. I'm not here to complain. Stamina went way down, but that's okay. How'd we do here? Not bad at all. How'd we do here? These tag matches, I'm telling you, stamina barely goes down. It's good stuff. And for all they did to each other, their stamina only going down 2 and 3 is fantastic as well. Belair is hurt, so we're going to give her promo time next week to get a little of that back. Okay. I'm satisfied with all this. I mean, we're still in second place. There's no denying that. Like, I already know that. But we made $152,000, so now we had $400,000. Natalya and Becky Lynch work really well as a team. Good to know. Everything else is just kind of okay. Trish is back. Great to see her. I heard Bianca begged the GM to get out of a match with me, desperate for a win. Gonzalez wins. Becky and Shayna are just... Bailey and Shayna are just okay. Uh-oh. Good pick up with Bailey. Started strong, ended strong. Good promo by Jack. Okay. Everything went okay. Again, I knew I'd be in second place. Oh, I also got that, whatever that card was. I don't want the specifics. I got way more money, and we'll see about that fan base in the coming weeks. Because now I can afford to spend at least like almost $100,000 more than you on this next show. All right, 3 weeks until payback. Payback is week 10. Hang on 1 second. Payback. Okay, payback coming up week 10. I did not see where we were. I'll get to it in a second. Okay, nothing started. Just trying to get my text file all set up. Week 7. Hey, my contract at NXT is up at the end of the week. Okay. I'd be interested in staying, and the cost would be $2,700. Thank you, but I will not be renewing your contract. Thanks, though. Okay, so we're losing Ella. We've lost Cactus, so we have to hire somebody to replace Cactus Jack. And we have to hire somebody to replace Ella Rubao. Hang on 1 second. So we need another baby face. They don't necessarily need to be an enhancement talent. They can just be anybody. Hey, boss, I have a proposition for you. How about you and I have ourselves a little partnership in the next few weeks? You have my back and I will have yours. Absolutely not, Natalia. I'm not playing favorites in any way, shape, or form. I don't care if your morale goes down. No. Absolutely not. How do I say no? As much as I love being out there with the fans, I don't think it's the right time to be picking sides. I'm an impartial general manager. Yeah. No, Natalia. Don't you dare. Suit yourself, but you don't get to the top without making some enemies on the way, so Natalia is a little less happy to be here. I've been putting in a lot of work, and I think I've earned a shot at the title, says Shayna Baszler. How about it? Okay, Shayna, you'll get your shot within 3 weeks. Yeah, okay. I can do that. Watch this. Exit and continue booking. Watch this. Let's see. Down to week 7. Here's what I'll do. I can give that to you this week. Shayna Baszler versus Asuka. Hang on. Let me move some stuff around. Natalia Hartwell. I'll do Baszler Asuka in the main event and have Becky Lynch run in to try to start the feud. So we'll do a one-on-one. Asuka, our champion. Shayna Baszler, big heel. Title match, interference. Becky Lynch running in on Asuka. There we go. That's our big main event. Which we won't be able to watch, so I might move that. There's our opening match. In our main event, we'll do a tag team contest. Because we can put Natalia and her partner Indy Hartwell back on the roster together against the successful team of Casey Catanzaro and Liv Morgan for the title. There we go. So those are our 2 big matches. Commissioner goal met. I don't even know what it was. Schedule a run-in. Oh, perfect. Promised her a title shot, did it. Schedule a run-in, did it. Natalia and Becky Lynch work well as a tag team. Good to know, but she already has something going on. So, those are locked in. I need to hire a new legend to do promos for us. Let's see. I'm looking for a 5-week contract. Under 30 grand would be great. Hang on. I can get Razor Ramon for 5 weeks, or I can get Scott Hall for 10 for the same price. I could literally just rehire Cactus Jack if I really wanted to. Okay, 26 for Mr. T. Promo skills, 5 of 5. I don't quite believe you. 4 of 5. Okay, so let's see. 26 for Mr. T. Man, I'd love to bring in China. I don't think I can afford... I mean, I got a huge budget. I just hired China. Welcome to the team, China. Surprised she's not a giant. But okay. Boom! China's on the team. Okay. There's my baby face. I got China in for... let's see. China. I said she was a bruiser. Bruiser. 10 weeks of China. I think I have 10 more of... I mean, 10 in total of Casey Catanzaro. Trish was in for 5. Okay, so I got my other... Okay, that was to fill the hole in the roster. And then now to actually just cut promos for us to get us money. Mr. T has a 5 out of 5 promo rating, so we're going to hire Mr. T to cut us to do advertisements for us. I pity the fool who doesn't listen to Mr. T. Well, let's see. Let's go. Yeah, popularity's good. I just want 5 weeks. How are you, Bulldog? 4 out of 5. That's... I mean, I wouldn't put you on par. How about 5 weeks of Kevin Nash? 3 out of 5? Against Bulldog? I'd switch those. If you're going to give a Bulldog a 4 and Nash less than British Bulldog? I don't quite agree with that. Jerry, as much as I don't like him, this guy is an easy 5 out of 5, right? What? 3 out of 5 for You think Jerry the King Lawler, this guy who looks like this, you think this guy was in wrestling for like 50 years just based on his in-ring prowess? Like he couldn't talk people into the arena? That's wild. That's an easy 5 out of 5. What do you have DiBiase at? Wild. Okay. I mean, I'm still going to go Mr. T, I guess. What does Umaga have? 2. Okay, that makes sense. The guy never spoke. Didn't say a word. He gets a 2. Papa Shango 4 to 5 is ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to go... Jake better be a 5. Wild. All right, I'm going to go Mr. T because it's cheap. 5 weeks, 25 each. He has to, like... If he makes us $5 grand a week... Just over, just over, sorry. If he makes $5,200 a week, we got it. We're going to hire Mr. T just to cut promos for us. Welcome aboard. Okay, so we hired Mr. T as our promo guy, our advertiser, and China. Just straight up roster member, China. That makes me real happy. Now let's see what power cards are on offer this week. Double the cost of your opposing brand show for next week. Okay, 1 second. Okay. I'm writing down in week 9 to use the double cost power card. To make sure that his I say his because I'm GMing against AI Adam Pierce, to make sure that their show costs twice as much money. So I'm gonna buy this one. I mean, for 80 grand I can have all 3 cards, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna just grab all 3. That's probably the only time I'm gonna do that. So let's do the logistics. Let's actually book the show first. So we have a more normal match. 2 title matches, which is nice. Let's see. Let's put it in the biggest place we can. Thunderdome. What do we need? Book 2 level 2 or higher rivalries. Nope, don't have that at the moment. So we're gonna not have as many of these optional things. Book 2 special match types, run-ins or interferences. So I think I hope I can mix and match because I already have a run-in. If I book a special match, maybe I'll be okay there. And that's maxed out. So I got that already. Book 2 decent superstars. Okay, so I'm gonna probably so that's fine. Okay, what are my new rivalries? So I got Naomi Gonzalez. So I'm gonna put them back in another match here, let's say. If they're okay to go. How we feeling stamina wise? Ignition's ready to go. China's ready to go. Raquel's okay. How's Naomi? Naomi's great. So they're fine. So Naomi, Raquel Gonzalez. What other types of matches can we have? It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Okay, I'm gonna put him in a second match, hopefully to boost it to a 2, and then I'm gonna give him a couple weeks off to recover. Because they still have 74 and 90 in stamina, so they should be okay. So there's my you can mix and match. So amongst the 4 matches, if 2 of them are a special match or a run-in, or there's a GM interference, which I'm never going to do, you get those. What am I missing here? I don't have the rivalries to pull that off, but that's fine because it also gives me the biggest amount of people in the building I can do. So I just got to book the promos and I can get that. So I'll get 3 out of the 4 optional bonuses, which should be good. I got 3 of, say we're running that up. Oh, I want Charlotte to call out Trish. Hopefully that starts that immediately. We're doing our new advertising promo. Actually, let's put that in the middle. Our advertising promo with Mr. T. Come on through. What's our other promo booked here? Hang on one second. Oh, jeez. Okay, I made the note to use that double power card. Let me scroll back up to week 7. Okay, so in the main events, what do I have here? I have Morgan and Catanzaro versus Natalia and Hartwell, straight into a title shot. Because why not? Straight into a title match. I got Charlotte Flair calling out Trish Stratus. I have Naomi versus Raquel Gonzalez is an Extreme Rules match. Hey, Felly, what's going on? It is indeed Wrestle Thursday. Here we are booking our second of 2 shows. Got to find something to do there. Oh, I know what we were meant to do. Okay, so in the first match for our GWA title, we have Shayna Baszler challenging Asuka. I don't know how many times I'm going to hit the Y key trying to write Shayna Baszler versus Asuka for the championship. However, we've already scheduled Becky Lynch to run in on Asuka to hopefully kickstart their feud, and then we'll try to get that to at least a level 3 for the next pay-per-view. But that's also satisfying Shayna Baszler's request to be in a title match because she thinks she's earned it. I'm like, sure, go ahead. But then we're just using it as an opportunity to start another feud without her. But these things happen. Now here, I'm going to try to have Bianca Belair. I'm just going to have Bianca put on a self-promo because we need her to take a week off so she can get a little bit. Yeah, see, she's already down to 41 stamina. We just want her to take a week off. And let's see what else we can do. I mean, we have Trish, we have Zaya. We just hired Chyna. We haven't had Rhea Ripley on the show in a little bit. Or Toni Storm, to be honest. We've not been doing anything with either of them. Bayley we just had last week. Specialist and Bruiser. You know what? Even though Xia Li is in a feud, in a level 3 feud with Bianca Belair, I'm going to do Xia Li versus Chyna. Because it's just going to be a fantastic match. Just a straight up match. Yeah. This is going to be interesting because we're going into 2 title matches with no heat whatsoever. Like, this is just a cold title match, good fight style, and a run-in that hopefully leads to a rivalry between Becky Lynch and Asuka that we're going to try to build toward the pay-per-view. Bianca is in a feud currently with Xia Li. That's at a level 3. We're just trying to keep that simmering for now because we have weeks 8 and 9 to build it for week 10, which is the pay-per-view. As you can see, we're in week 7 in Louisville, Kentucky. We're trying to get to week 10, which is Payback. We've brought in Mr. T for 5 weeks of strictly advertising promos. So we'll be hopefully getting at least 10 grand a week out of Mr. T being here. Xia Li, as we said, is in the feud with Bianca Belair, but we also just signed Chyna, and this stylistically is a good matchup. I was going to give Xia Li just like a jobber that we've hired, but let's do Chyna instead. In the mid-card here, we have a feud going with Raquel Gonzalez and Naomi. Last week, they had a tables match. This week, they're going Extreme Rules. No, let's do a straight tables rematch because Naomi beat herself last week. She did a springboard splash on the inside of the ring, like inside of the ropes, trying to hit Raquel Gonzalez in the middle of the ring. Raquel kind of sidestepped her and pushed her, and Naomi's own momentum just sent her sailing through the table. That was a table that was already set up in the middle of the ring. So like, she beat herself last week in a tables match. We're going to try to just have her extract 1-to-1 revenge in a tables rematch. That's also less impactful on their stamina cost. We'll see if the fans bite on 2 table matches in a row. Again, this is just a match to have a match. And this was Liv Morgan and Casey Catanzaro won a tag team match last week, so let's give them a tag title shot against Hartwell and Natalia. Hopefully it turns into something. We'll see. That's about it. This, we're trying to start a feud between Flair and Trish for the pay-per-view, because we have 5 matches to book for the pay-per-view. So we're trying to get 5 feuds. I'd be happy to get 3 peaked, to be honest, at this point, but the ultimate goal is to get 5 feuds up, ready, level 3, 4 by the time the pay-per-view hits, and just blast them out there. Anyway, we are getting every bonus we can possibly get at the moment. Yep. We don't have the rivalries to get the bonus from the arena yet, but we have all the other ones. Let me just take a quick look. I'm pretty sure we actually have 22 people hired, but she's leaving us. So we're going to have 20 overall. So we're going to have a baby face and a heel enhancement talent. And then we're going to have 18 roster members we're actually going to try to do something with. And then we have the one roster member, Mr. T in this case, that is the one male roster member that just does advertising promos that, fingers crossed, gets us the variety bonus. But maybe that's in a breakdown I'm not quite paying attention to. All right, I think this looks good. I think this looks ready to run. This is going to be our second of 2. And then I'm also going to take the liberty of booking show number 3, but not running it. I mean, like, we're going to book the first show of next week without running the show, you know. Okay, send the chosen superstar to a hell spot so they recover 18 more stamina this week. They will be busy and unable to be booked. Who isn't on the show that could use that? Let's go by stamina. Who's really low down here? Yeah, she's in a call-out segment, though. Yeah, their popularity just went up. Stamina's fine. Stamina's fine, I would say. Xia Li is the only one that could use it. Or Bianca could use it. Huh. I'll run the risk. I'll leave it as is. And I might... I don't even know if you can call somebody out if they're not there. So if we do this thing with Asuka this week, and then she's not... like she's too hurt to go next week, I'll give her the spot treatment then, and then hopefully I can just have Becky Lynch do something on the show. Like call her out and have her not be there. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. This is my first time through, so we're trying our best. All right, this is our show. So we're opening up with a title match that we're not going to be able to watch because of the run-in. We have to simulate that. And then we have the promo by Belair to keep that simmering because she's got an issue with Xia Li, who's in here with China that we just signed. Amazing. So we got China. Get Xia Li for China's debut. Mr. T doing an ad. Another tables match between Naomi and Raquel Gonzalez to continue their feud. Hopefully bump that up to a 2. Hopefully Naomi can get some revenge. Then Flair calling out Trish Stratus to try to start a feud there. Fingers crossed that works. Then we can just keep that rolling. And then in our main event, the Tag Team Championships on the line. Natalia and Hartwell back together against Casey Catanzaro and Liv Morgan. All right. That's what I got. Here we go. Confirm that booking. Oop, get out of the way. Simulate! Gotta simulate. 1, 2, 3. Wins by apparently 4 stars. Okay. Started too hot, perhaps. 4 stars, amazing. Did not start a feud between Asuka and Becky Lynch like I wanted, so that's no good. That's no good at all. Belair cuts an excellent promo. Is up +6. EX +6. Nicely done. I really need this Becky Lynch Asuka thing to kick off. All right, first match we're spectating. China's debut against Xia Li. We'll watch China's intro. At least most of it, I should say. We haven't seen it yet, so. Introducing first. Oh, I gotta write down that we're in the though. Oh, cool. With the full cannon.
The following contest
Yeah,
is
peak
scheduled
China.
for one fall.
Not a bad
Making her
render.
way to the ring from Redondo Beach, California, the ninth wonder of the world, China!
All right, then. Welcome to the squad. Oh, I can skip all this. Yeah. Go get him, Xylee. Tall order for Xylee in this one. But look at her test herself against perhaps an opponent similar to Bianca Belair. In terms of overwhelming power and ability. Oh, and Xylee not backing down at all, opening things off with a big powerbomb frog splash combination to the Hall of Famer Chyna. Oh, Chyna fighting back now. Chyna for 10 weeks. Ooh. And the big power slam. Almost a 2 count right away. First move of the matchup. Doing that much damage. Now a deadlift right back into a power slam by Chyna. Into another cover. 1. Gets the 2 that time, but not 3. Doesn't quite know what to do with herself. Drops the big knee. Good idea. Chyna figuring it out. Oh, missing the 3rd one. As Xylee able to get back to her feet. Oh! Chyna going low, trying to work the legs. It's been almost all Chyna here. I'm thoroughly disappointed that we did not start a rivalry between Becky and Asuka. Oh, and away they go. Chyna going to work on Xylee here. Xylee had a bit of offense at the very beginning, but that seemed to have just awoken the sleeping giant. And Chyna just going to work on Xylee now, just choking her in the corner. Ref, get in there. Ref having something of a polite conversation, trying to get Chyna to stop choking Xylee. Cross arm into the neck breaker. Nicely done by Xylee. Try to get back into this thing. Into the cyclone kick to the small of the back. Pulling her back to her feet. Oh, and now one to the side. Into the cover goes Xylee on Chyna. 1, 2. No. Chyna out at 2. Xylee got to stay on Chyna here. Oh, knee to the jaw. Now into a mount position, just wailing away on the 9th wonder of the world. Oh, Chyna spiking Xylee with a DDT. Trying to swing momentum back into her favor with a big power bomb. Oh, God. Just dumping her onto the canvas. Now spins her around. What she's setting up for. Oh, and try pin attempt is Chyna. 1, 2. Be able to power out at 2. But Chyna looking to finish her off. Looking for that knockout shot. Into the pedigree goes Chyna. Plants Xylee into the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No! Xylee kicked out. Xylee doing her best to spoil Chyna's debut has absorbed a hell of a lot of punishment in this short contest. Xylee with a heck of a mountain to climb, but willing to do the work. Currently embroiled in a feud with Bianca Belair. Not a lot left in the tank of Xylee, but she's given it everything she has this week against the debuting legend, Chyna. Hoisting her in the air with ease. Oh, face first on the canvas. Big body slam to China. Xia Li waiting in the corner. Gotta be thinking cyclone kick once again. Oh! China couldn't dodge. Into the cover goes Xia Li. 1, 2. China out at a strong 2. Xia Li looking for that knockout shot. There it is! Rolls into the cover once again. Hooks the leg deep. 1, 2, 3. Xia Li just pinned China. What a match! What a victory for Xia Li! Somewhere, Bianca Belair is quaking in her boots. As the combination of the cyclone and tornado kicks from Xia Li able to withstand the power of China. All the pedigrees and power bombs couldn't put Xia Li down. What a victory! 2. Oh, that wasn't the one that did it. I love how they show you the move before the move. What a win! What a win! Holy crap. Yeah, 1.5. Sure. That's wild. Sure. Disappointing. I mean, China fans worldwide probably a little disappointed in that. No doubt. Okay. 12K for Mr. T. Thanks, buddy. Good start. All right. Let's now spectate. Oh, our other rivalry. Trying to get this rivalry growing. A tables match between Raquel Gonzalez and Naomi. Let's get to the ring for this one. Spectate. We can go ahead and skip both entrances here. Man, I swear you tell me, Pretzel Rocks, that this channel has 145 hours of content, but I hear this song every time I use the metal channel. Like, every time. Every week. And I know that because I recognize it every time. Alright, out comes Naomi with her fun entrance. Tables match, rematch, straight up. Naomi felt she didn't get her just due last week. See if her fortunes improve this time around. Oh, God. Just thrown across the ring by Gonzalez to open things up. These competitors getting more and more familiar with one another as the weeks wear on. Big backbreaker there by Gonzalez, holding on and just trying to wrench the spine of Naomi now. Reminder, the only way to win, as in the last time these two faced one another, the only way to find victory in this one is to put your opponent through the table. Naomi, of course, haunted by the memory that she essentially put herself through a table last week, looking for retribution against not only Raquel Gonzalez, but against her own self-confidence or against her own self-doubt. Off the ropes. That's the move that cost her the match last week, and she nailed it perfectly this week. Perhaps shaking those butterflies loose as Naomi with that maneuver early on in this contest. She is right back to work on Raquel Gonzalez. No backing down from either of these competitors. Oh, nice counter there by Gonzalez into the inverted DDT, trying to sway momentum to her side. As Jonathan Coachman used to say, that Big Mo. A series of elbow strikes now. Ziggler-esque from Raquel Gonzalez, to be quite frank. Into the... Oh, I thought she was going choke bomb. Just tosses her bodily across the ring, allowing Gonzalez the time and space to grab a table and set it up. Naomi back to her feet, able to send Gonzalez to the floor. And it looks to be Naomi who might set the table up in the center of the ring, considering her options now. Decides to lean it in the corner. What strategy might Naomi have here? Oh! Raquel into the corner against that table. Chop doesn't put her through it. Not quite worn down enough by Naomi, who slides a second table into the ring now. Oh, nice counter there by Naomi. Kick to the inner thigh, blocking that attack. Oh! My word. Fireman's carry into that kick. Oh, stabbing her face first into the upturned table is Naomi. Now with a finisher charged and a couple of tables to choose from. Setting a table up in the ring. Gonzalez seemingly down and out. Naomi looking to position her just so. Has her against the table. Oh, Enziguri, no. Raquel bounces off. Does not go through. Naomi looking to try again. Gets blocked. On the shoulder of Raquel Gonzalez. Fights her way free. Both women fighting against the table now. Naomi hoping to stun her with the leg sweep. Trying to position her against the table once again. Has a finish restored. Does Naomi? Does it! Naomi with a head scissor through the table. Wins the match. Drawing even in the feud. Perfect. Perfect. Good work. Revenge from last week. 3 stars. Rivalry goes up. Uh-oh. Oh, I mean, that's fine. We had a 4-star in the first match. This one is fine to be 3. 3's just dandy. Excellent. Rivalry 2. Rivalry 2. Just that simple. Put them in a couple tables matches against each other, I guess. Okay. Got that up to a level 2. Let me just run up here and get that up. So I have 2 feuds. I got Belair and Xia Li at a 3. I got Naomi and Gonzalez at a 2. I got 2 weeks left before I'm at the pay-per-view. So I can keep going with those 2, basically. Okay. Now we have... Okay. Fingers crossed that this starts one. Okay. Flair calls out Trish. How'd we do? Good. Didn't start a rivalry. It was just fine. It just happened. Oh, that's a pain in the butt. Called her out. She didn't do anything about it. Couldn't care less, I guess. All right. Main event time, at least. Morgan and Catanzaro, based on their strength of literally 1 tag team win, and the fact that they're the only other they're the only babyface tag team on the roster, taking on the heel tag team champions Indy Hartwell and Natalya in your tag team main event for the gold. Hiya! Everyone's going to come out in separate entrances, even though they're tag champs together. It's too bad I couldn't, like, put them in factions independently, and then when I went back into my GM mode, they would count them as factions. I don't think you have that amount of control because of whatever it has to do to put the superstars into GM mode in the first place. They couldn't even allow for countouts or disqualifications, so it must be some way to simplify things as best they can. All right, 1 team in the ring. 2nd team in the ring. Here we go for the championship gold. 2 title matches tonight. Had a nice table match. Hopefully that's enough. This is just a straight contest. Here are your challengers, the Jersey Girls. And your champions, the Hartwell Foundation. Okay. This could be wild if we don't... I mean, if they win, we're kind of obligated to try to re-sign Casey Catanzaro, depending on how this feud goes, if it even turns into a feud. Here we go. The richest tag team prize in the world on the line. Natalya starting things off for the champions. Casey Catanzaro for the challengers. Another main event for Natalya here on NXT. This time putting her tag team gold on the line with partner Indy Hartwell, who was absent last week. We're seeing some minor injuries. Back and raring to go this week, putting their gold on the line. Nice delayed vertical by Natalya here. Going into a squat, perhaps again sending a message out to Bianca Belair, claiming to be the most athletic and most conditioned athlete in the locker room. That could very well be Natalya's way of contending that claim. Natalya trying to march Casey back into her corner so she can tag Indy Hartwell in. Casey with a flurry of offense there, spiking Natalya face first into the canvas, and in comes Liv Morgan. The other half of the Jersey girls scored a heck of a win last week against Bayley and Shayna Baszler. A win that propelled them to the top of the tag team division and earned them this title opportunity. Oh my! Morgan taken for a ride there by Natalya, who calmly walks to her corner and tags in the very fresh Indy Hartwell, the only competitor in this matchup who didn't have a match on the docket last week. Here comes Natalya now. I don't know if she's legal. Yeah, I don't think she is. She's just coming in to try to aid her partner here as the ref lays in a 5 count. Oh, I'm sorry, she did tag. It was Indy who had to switch again. Quick tags betwixt the champions. Trying to keep the challengers off their game, who, as we said, coming off a red-hot win just last week. A brutal contest. And I mean that in the best way possible. Against Bayley and Shayna Baszler. Oh! Casey over the top to the floor, nailing Natalya. The challengers using their speed and athleticism to their advantage thus far. Oh! Leg sweep into the guardrail by Natalya to Casey. That will surely level the playing field in a hurry. Natalya now talking that trash to challenger Catanzaro. Relative newcomer here to NXT. Looking for a first taste of gold with partner Liv Morgan against our well-established tag team champions. Veterans of one pay-per-view. Natalya and Indy Hartwell. Oh, surprising power on display from Catanzaro. Look how easily she hoists Hartwell up. Surprising power on display for the diminutive Casey Catanzaro. Never underestimate the inner strength of the athletes here in the GWA. That's Casey going to work on one half of the tag champs. Trying to break her down limb by limb. Somersault leg drop by Catanzaro across the throat of Hartwell. Pulls her back to her feet. Now try to guide her into her corner where she can tag Liv Morgan perhaps. Oh no, now setting her up outside of the corner. Stepping past Morgan. What does she have in mind here? Drop kick to the face by Casey Catanzaro. Again pulling Hartwell back to her feet. Oh, now just trying to chop her back down. Has her against the ropes. Oh, both legs to the side of the head. Now Casey's thinking springboard, but she's well out of the way. And Hartwell's able to tag Natalya. Natalya trying to charge that special. Casey's already got one in reserve. She can get it off. Might have been that springboard senton if she could have gotten it. Natalya to the hard cam once again with that delayed suplex with squats. Just the power on display. Now the referee just getting in Natalya's path. Delaying her tactics just so. Back and forth goes KC, but it ended up working out for Natalya regardless. Had to play a bit of cat and mouse to make up for the fact that the referee was in Natalya's way. And Natalya grabs her. Oh! Powerbomb just like that to Catanzaro. Natalya not done. Pulls her back to her feet. Discus lariat by Natalya. Catanzaro looks to be down and out. Quick tag to Hartwell. Natalya keeping a watchful eye as Hartwell goes in for the pin. Morgan out of nowhere diving over the referee to make the save. And we fight on. Morgan over the top of the floor. Isolated now is Catanzaro. Trying to fight her way back into this contest. Setting Indy up in the corner. Up she goes for that drop kick once again. To the chest of to the chest of Indy Hartwell. Now into an armbar. As Liv Morgan finally finds her bearings and returns to the apron. Oh, that armbar attempt did not last long on Indy Hartwell. Fighting her way free almost instantaneously. Oh. DDT might slow her down. As in comes Liv Morgan. Stomping away at one half of the tag team champions here. Indy back to her feet, off the ropes. Hartwell will sidestep and then just kick Liv Morgan square in the face. Just kicked her over to the canvas on her way to tagging in Natalya, who immediately scoops her up into the sharpshooter. Indy Hartwell's got to run interference here. Oh, and she does. Morgan in a big bad way. No, she fights free. Meanwhile on the floor, Casey Catanzaro down and out. Hartwell nowhere to be seen. Assume she's back on the apron on her side of things. Oh, Liv Morgan, what a kick! May have dimmed the lights of Natalya Neidhart. As she sends her into the opposite turnbuckle. Liv Morgan's got something nasty in mind here. Oh, Bulldog! Off the ropes! Into the cover! 1, 2! Natalya out at 2. Hartwell fully confident in her partner. Opting not to help out with that pin attempt. Morgan setting Natalya up against the ropes here. Got to be thinking Oblivion. Oh no, just choking her against the ropes to start with here. Looking for that in the ropes springboard flatliner that she calls the Oblivion. Desperation tag, and in comes Indy Hartwell. Liv Morgan still distracted by Natalya Neidhart. It's going to cost her. Yeah, that's going to cost her. Oh, big bulldog by Hartwell now. Wrong part of town for the champions. Oh, flatliner out of Indy. Into the cover. 1, 2. Catanzaro right there to stomp away at Indy Hartwell and break that up. Gets sent to the floor for her troubles. Now Hartwell stalking around the ring, tagging in her partner, Natalya. Calm, cool, and collected as she makes her way to Liv Morgan. Decides to climb the ropes, does Natalya. Off the top, drops the big elbow. Pulls her back to her feet. Discus lariat now. Natalya's got a finish charge, but first she's going to try the cover. 1, 2, Catanzaro with the save. Manages to recover in time. Sends Indy Hartwell to the floor. Chases after her. Natalya still has that finish raring to go. Into the sharpshooter for the second time of the matchup on Liv Morgan. Center of the ring. Nowhere for Liv to go. Wrenching back is Natalya, and that will do it. Liv Morgan taps. Natalya and Indy retain. What a main event. Solid tag team action. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm going to skip the replays because they don't really mean anything. Nice bulldog off the top there. Caught her in a flatliner, big discus lariat.
Here are your winners and still the
There you
NXT Women's Tag Team Champions.
Yeah.
Natalya and Indy Hartwell.
Yeah. Dang. We peaked early. We should open with that one. 2.5, huh? Okay. Well, there was no build. It was just a straight up match. It was just okay. We should have swapped that in the first match. We would have been great. All right. Not our best outing this week. It was just fine. Again, I'm going to skip everything that they do. Normal tables, extreme rules. How are they not just beating up all their... Anyway, tag team titles on the line in the main event here. Skeep. Yeah, they did better than me overall again. Poor finale. And they got good booking. Poor finale. Oh, let's get back. That's all right. Any good news? Any good news? Did you guys see Becky jump Asuka? Totally uncalled for. Didn't help though. Okay, we got another 160k. That's nice. We're still in second. I knew that. Okay. They got 30,000 more fans than we do, but we have, you know, 15,000 more dollars. It's a give and take. I appreciate the title shot. It's good to know I've got a boss that keeps their word. Did she win? Oh my gosh, she may have won. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for the hydrate. You can't see them because OBS is messed up, but you can at least hear it. Okay. Feels great to be the champion. I guess that makes me the face of NXT, and you earned my respect early when you gave me a chance to show that you and George Stryker works a tag team. Great working with you, boss. So Shayna is overall happy with us. I'm going to guess that Asuka is not, because now Becky Lynch has actually cost Asuka the championship. I thought it'd be another DQ situation, but Shayna Baszler is your new champion. No wonder it was 4 stars. Okay. Asuka, former champ. Duly noted. End conversation. I'm not happy losing my championship last week. As a former champion, I'm enacting my rematch clause. I want a championship rematch against Shayna. Nobody else better get a title shot before me. Seems reasonable. Good. Don't keep me waiting too long. I already miss wearing that gold around my waist. Okay, so she is guaranteed a rematch at some point. How? Promised Asuka an exclusive title rematch against Baszler. Hang on one second. So we've completed all the other promises. Rest your champions this week. No problem. No problem. If I have you call them out, does that count? Oof, look how beat up Asuka is. So she calls her out and gets the match next week. I'm just doing my booking. Like, we're not running the show this week. I'm just booking it for next week. Where are you, Mr. T? Mr. T, doing my promo for me. Who needs what? Rest my champions, and then I promise that Asuka gets the next title match. You got it. Oof, this throws so many wrenches in plans. So for my main event, let's instead go Gonzalez Naomi, who's our biggest rivalry. Where'd you go? There you go, Naomi. And we'll put you guys in an Extreme Rules match. It's gonna suck, but you should have the stamina to be able to pull it off. So that's a big rivalry match to start us off. I'm trying to get, or I have been trying to get, for the longest time, let's do the other singles match here. I'm just going to do it, because this is our 3rd week with Trish Stratus, and she hasn't had a match yet, because I'm just trying to get her and Charlotte doing anything. So there, we're going to try that. Let's do a tag match here, where we can do our former champions, Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm back together. Where are you at, Toni? Against heel people. Not our champions, though. Oh, I can't do Bayley and Baszler. Baszler's our world champ. I can do Becky and Bayley. There you go, Becky and Bayley. Just a nice tag match there for no reason. And let's see what else we can do here. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something. It's what, week 8? Okay, I'm gonna do a call out between Xia Li and Bianca Belair to see if I can get that rivalry up to 4 in week 8. So let me write that down. Week 8 call out. Yeah. promo number 3 is also a call out where Asuka's calling out Shayna Baszler, who's the new champion, thanks to Becky Lynch. I should put Becky Lynch in the mid-card match. Should I put Becky Lynch in the mid-card match? I might change that. Hang on. So, could I do... Oh no, she's already in the tag match. Can I do a run-in? Nope. Alright, she's already booked for something. I can't do a run-in. I was trying to put my 2 biggest heels together, but I can't because I got to rest on my champions. Unless I put these 2 together. And then put... Hang on. Let's see, Becky Lynch against who's my biggest baby face at this point. It's going to be like... Sure, it's going to be Liv, I guess. Sure. And then... Alright, she's already doing a thing. What if I switch these? Yeah, how can Liv keep calling people out? So what if I just have Shayna call her out? Does that mean I can then do Liv, Becky, failed my commissioner goal. Oh, Shayna's doing a promo. Hang on. Asuka on Becky. So just having her even do a promo. It works the other way. I can do... So I can have Shayna Baszler called out. I just can't have her do the calling out. Okay. Okay. So let me cancel this run-in. And then just put Asuka calling her out. To try to start something, anything. Yeah, the rest of it is just me trying to put together matches that are good. So that's just going to go back to ye old tag team contests. Can't do any of the... Alright. I don't have anybody. Hang on, let me take a look at who's on my roster here. How many do I have? 21, so I have 20 overall. Let's try by roll. Yeah, I have one too many faces. Okay. We switch China heel immediately. Not yet, though. Alright, that's as good as I'm going to be able to do. I can't do a heel-face match because I have to rest all of my champions. Yeah, immediately fail that. Immediately fail that goal. Normal match. Interference on. Interference by... If I go China, it'll go to Becky. If I go a heel, it'll go to a babyface. Yeah, running by China on Becky, because that's the expected thing. Because she's a heel and China's the running. China's a babyface. That's weird that you can have babyfaces run in, but whatever. All right, I'm going to try to start an Asuka Shayna thing then, if I can. Cruiser Giant's going to be an Extreme Rules in the main event after a couple of tables matches in a row. I still resting my champions technically. Let me check my roster. Stamina. Who's super low? Yeah, I might have to give Asuka. Let's see. Oop, hang on. Yeah, that's a call out. So they're going to get stamina back for doing that. Like if you just do a promo, you get a little bit of stamina back. Not as much as you would get for being off the show, but you definitely get some back. Singles matches take more to do the tag matches, so that actually helps them. If I had one more heel, or maybe I can just... I don't want to smush these together because I want to start this as a singles feud. So I might even like make this worse. There. Tables. And in Extreme Rules. So now I can do this, this, and this and get all my bonuses again. So that does all that. I hired Mr. T last week. I hired Chyna. The only female on offer this week, Stacy Keebler from the Hall of Famers. But the free agent pool has Mia Yim and nobody else. 5 weeks only. They're a heel, though. Oh, I'm going to hire. Come on through. Come on through, Mia Yim. There. Now I can put you in a tag team match. Come on through, Mia Yim. There we go. Okay. Tag match. Bailey and Sammy George versus Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm. Maybe like my grand scheme is to make Sammy George, Bailey, and Shayna Baszler like a 3-person stable, but whatever. Tag team match there. Heels faces. Heel face. Desperately trying to start this as a feud. We're trying to bump this up to level 4. This is just to give us another like $12,000 to $13,000 a week. Here again, we're just getting bodies on the show. Keeping them in the mix, etc., etc. It's a low stamina cost just to have a straight tag match. And we're also trying to spin our wheels a little bit because we were trying to ignite Becky, Asuka, but that didn't work. So now we have to try to pivot to do Asuka, Shayna Baszler, since Shayna Baszler won the title due to interference by Becky, even though I thought once you did that, it would end in a DQ, but apparently not. Anyway, and then our main event, the best rivalry we have going, we're going to feature in an Extreme Rules match in the main event. So we got normal tag, singles table, normal tag, singles Extreme Rules with some feud callouts in the middle of this. Advertising promo and then some feud callouts. Also, we got to give Asuka a little time to rest. Let's check out these power cards. I mean, I'm going to buy them all. They all help. Absolutely. What else can I do here? Like, if anyone is actually injured, that helps. Again, I'm popping this and this at the pay-per-view to make sure that one of the feud matches is in a TLC, one of the title matches probably, and to make sure that our arena is booked for nothing. We're also going to play this in week 9 so that their pay-per-view costs twice as much as it should. And then we have all of these to add a little extra stamina to some people. Reduces the probability that a superstar will become injured in a match. I might need to use that during the pay-per-view as well. So as far as I'm concerned, we're all set here. Okay, so let me put down that I also have Mia Yim for 5 weeks on the heel side. Sammy George is still with us. Ignition is still with us for a bit. Mia Yim. Mia Yim. Only 5 weeks, but that's plenty of time to come in and get some quality matches. Okay. We are set up for our first show next week. This is usually how I leave things. I mean, ratings-wise, we're keeping it close. Like, the closest we got, you can see in that week 5 position is the pay-per-view. So we tend to like, and then close the gap, and then close the gap, and then close the gap. Currently, we have less money than they do because they haven't incurred any costs to their show. But typically speaking, they caught up, but only again because we haven't actually put the show on. But we're doing a good job at having more money than them at the very least. That's part of it. Okay, so promised Asuka an exclusive title rematch against Shayna Baszler at some point in the next 5 weeks. So I am happy to do that at the pay-per-view. I'm happy to do that week 10 as your rematch at the pay-per-view. It's not a feud, but it's a good title match. So, okay, we're going to try to do Asuka Baszler at the pay-per-view. Natalia's good at TLC. Baszler and Sammy George work well. Natalia and Becky work well. Bianca and Shayna are good at tables. Xylee and Gonzalez work well together. Good stuff. These are all wonderful things to know. But that's what we're looking at for our next show. That is next week. For now, however, that is all for me. So let me hit this fancified button, get my big dumb face front and center, so I can thank everybody for watching, no matter where or when you happen to be. Wishing everybody out there chill vibes and clear skies. If you happen to find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. we are going to be back on the air Friday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hit the Ice Cave, and maybe summon a boss. In Ark Survival Evolved. But until then, TTFN, let's... Oh, Stream Deck updated today, by the way, which is very exciting. It didn't necessarily mean that all the plugins worked again, I say, as it just crashed and had to reboot. But overall... There we go. Let's go raid that King Bunny. Yeah. Thanks for hanging, everybody. Had a lovely time. Did this not work? There we go. And we've loaded that up. Now I can get out of here. Have a great day, everybody. Ta-ta for now.